your faces later.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
So, last game, you entered the climactic encounter in the Golden Ghost Sanctum, coming across an orcish spellcaster, foot upon the chest of your quarry, pleading with a master in the shadows to redeem himself for capturing the wrong noble. The nature of this master was revealed as the battle kicked off with your trusty rogue Yopa becoming dominated. This was an aberration of the Underdark, a mind flayer. You all took to arms, cutting through the mage and the pet intellect devourer that was sicked on you as the mind flayer withdrew to a deeper chamber within the sanctum. And when the dust settled, the domination held strong on Yopa. You were forced to beat and restrain him as he lashed out until the enchantment was broken. You ransacked what you could of the hall within the sanctum, obtaining a curious amulet containing symbology of the keeper. And fleeing the sewers, you returned to the yawning portal where Floon and his partner Volo were reunited with a passionate kiss. You told Volo of your quest, of the creatures of the Underdark you encountered, to Volo's disbelief. But upon kind of not breaking your kind of grim expressions, he finally, took your word on it. You relayed the warning that was imposed on your minds as you fled, that we will all be the children of Razruma, to which Volo responded that he wasn't directly aware of who or what Razruma is, but that he would begin an investigation as you set off on your next quest under Midori's purview. Volo sheepishly confessed he had few coins to spare and that he was desperate, but he wouldn't leave you entirely uncompensated, handing you a leather-bound scroll. Youngest unrolled the scroll across the table, revealing a deed to Troll Skull Manor, a potential base of operations for you all.
Super sweet.
Yeah, he admitted it's certainly a fixer-upper, and that there may be some supernatural residents, but nonetheless made kind of a day for you the next day to meet with the magistrate to witness the transfer of ownership. He also mentioned that he bumps elbows in the art world, and could potentially loop an appraiser into the day tomorrow.
Beautiful.
A sleepy-eyed Midori entered the tavern, touching base once more and just confirming the date of your departure to the Forge of Fury as late afternoon 2 days from now. And with that, you took your well-earned rest, and after tending your cuts and bruises, you all now make your way back down to the tap room of the Yawning Portal to see smiling Volo, Floon, and Kuzad, cheeks full of food, waving you over to their table.
Adorable. Should we go over there? We should probably go over there, right?
Yeah, I should.
We'll say hi.
The new house, the new manor.
Ooh. I called out Bunk.
If they have bunk beds.
Oh. They won't have beds there?
I mean, we can make bunk beds.
Okay.
Just imagine the stepbrothers, like...
Not much room for activities.
It's bad! It's bad! So you all join the three at their table as Kuzad says, Good morning, my friends. Did you sleep well?
Like a corpse.
Yeah.
Of course.
Is that a long rest?
Yeah, it's a long rest.
I did not sleep well. I
You didn't?
was very excited to see this house. Yeah, I was excited to see the house,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
manor. I couldn't.
Man.
I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep.
I thought the
What
old
if it's-
1-2 I gave you the other day would have helped.
Wait, the what?
The old 1-2?
No. That didn't work at all.
That's too bad.
Should we get some food?
We should get some food.
Breakfast?
We and cheese.
Jeez.
Uh,
Yeah, there is some stuff at the table that you can pick at as well. There's quite a spread, but Durnan kind of sees you waving at him, and he comes over and says, "What can I get for you?"
Pickles.
Ooh. I want some pickles too.
All right, strange breakfast
Pickles.
food, but I approve.
Yes,
Do
just
you have
pickles.
any warm cider for the morning?
Yeah, we've got some warm cider. I can get put a pot on for it.
That'd be
Put a pot on.
fantastic.
So pickles and cider, interesting breakfast choice.
I'm gonna pull the fruit out of my bag. Be like, huh, and like nudge it on over. I can't remember what it looks like at all, to be honest with you, DM. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it looks like an apple. It's like the most kind of vibrant ruby red, red delicious that you've ever seen, but it's kind of like unnaturally large. It's almost like cantaloupe sized.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna like cut it open and push it over to Yopa and be like, it's not an olive branch, but we didn't mean to beat you up, so don't be upset about it. And there's a little treat that I want to share with you.
Is it this apple?
Yeah, well, it's not an apple. It's a fruit that I found on that tree a long time ago. I want to share it with you.
Okay.
It's hopefully good. It might be awful.
It might be awful.
It could be terrible, but we'll see.
Thank you. I like having a light breakfast, so I'll definitely dig in.
Is it gross?
Is it?
Do you eat it?
Yeah, we eat it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm eating it.
Okay. Yeah, it has the most kind of full, sweet, kind of lush taste that you've ever tasted. I don't know. I don't think any of you have tasted kind of magically enchanted food before, but it's delicious. And with the portion that you take, Yopa, you feel even though you didn't sleep very well, out of just sheer excitement, you feel the rest come to you, and your aches and pains all seem to just evaporate, and you kind of give a stretch to your back, and you feel fantastic.
Oh. Holy smokes! I'm like bending down. I'm touching my toes. I'm reaching for the sky. Thank you, youngest. This
Yeah,
is incredible.
it's you know, that old doctor away if you eat this weird fruit. So yeah.
Weird fruit a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I'm like grabbing like my heels from bending down, even.
Yeah.
Like straight down, no bend in the knees. I'm grabbing my heels. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I feel flexible. Is everybody seeing this? Is everybody seeing this? I can almost grab my heels. Look at this.
Yeah. Your
Really quite-
hamstrings feel immaculate, like you're a baby.
Nice.
I feel like a baby, everybody.
So yeah, Yopa, you get a permanent +2 to your constitution.
A permanent +2 to my constitution. Youngest, I will never be more thankful than now.
Woo!
Well, I might be. Let's see how this adventure goes.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm very, very thankful. +2 to the constitution. How should I do that? Go in my abilities and.
Yeah, I think there's like a miscellaneous section or something.
Oh, miss bonus. kind of
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, you can just put a 2 in there.
Oh, it says other modifier and then override score or constitution. I can't quite click on miscellaneous bonus.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, if excuse me. Yeah, so I would say just go to your constitution up at the top, like the rolled value, and just add 2 to it.
Okay. All right. Cool. So 11 to 13, y'all. All right, I did it.
Success.
Let's see what happens.
So Durnan returns
All right, now
with
Oh my god, I got 30 hit points.
That's awesome.
nice. That'll be helpful.
I feel so good. I give youngest the tightest hug that I've ever given in my entire life.
I can't breathe.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you've done
Okay.
something really, really great for me, and I thank you endlessly.
No problem. I'm glad I could try it. I wish you guys could have tried it. It was really good. Maybe we
It
should go
was
back
really
there and
good.
get more fruit. Just kidding.
Well, yeah.
Well, you guys didn't destroy the tree, and you recall that it produces 1 fruit per year. So next year maybe.
Shit. Oh.
Next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put it in my notes. Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Right.
We have pickles in the meantime.
Yeah, pickles in the
Yeah,
meantime. Yeah.
Pickles.
Durin kind of sets down your platter of pickles and apple cider. There's also
It's warm, right? It's warm.
it's like steaming hot. It's good.
Oh, Durnan, this is so good. It feels so good going down.
Good. I'm glad to hear. It's not a frequently ordered drink, but I do pride myself in the house cider. So Volo kind of looks to you all and says, "So, my friends, we're off to the courthouse today to make this official. Is that right?"
Aye.
Duh.
Guys, we're getting a house.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
Not even a house, a manor. It's incredible.
I would say temper your expectations until you see the place. But nonetheless, it's a foundation to be built upon. And yes, if you encounter anything supernatural, be sure to relay it my way. It'd be very relevant to my next publication.
Okay. Temper our expectations. Why, Volo? Master Volo?
Well, um, I did purchase the place at a discount on the basis of it being haunted, and
Oh.
while the ghostly residents didn't reveal themselves to me in the short time I was there, it's who's to say what your experience might be, and there's some upkeep that needs to be put in, some architectural issues, some cleanliness issues perhaps that will need to be addressed to make the place your own and comfortable. But
Wait. I'm gonna be like picking my tooth with like a knife and be like, "Are you telling me that we're getting a haunted dump? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now?"
I'm telling you that yes, it may be on the spectrum of haunted dump territory, but
It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. We gotta move in now.
well then yes, it's absolutely a haunted dump. It will be haunted by us.
Stoked. I'm stoked.
I love ghosts. Half my friends are ghosts.
No surprise there. Maybe we'll get to fight a ghost, guys. You know what? We'll take the house from you. We'll get rid of the ghost, and then you can sell it for like way more.
Well, I mean, it'll be yours to sell at that point, but
Oh, ooh, look at us.
build that equity and get things rolling.
I think we have enough skills between us. We can probably fix it up pretty nice.
Yeah.
I agree. I got a mage hand that can help with certain things.
Yeah, guys, I don't know if you know this, but like literally my thing is to fix things.
We'll follow your lead then.
I'm not saying I'm good at it. I want to be putting it right down now, but I can make stuff.
Well, I mean, the more practice you put into it, the better you will be, right?
Totally. And I'm sure I can't make it any worse.
Well, I guess that is. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Are haunted friends benevolent, or are they more poltergeist?
Ooh.
Don't worry about that.
The stories that I've heard are that it's kind of the run of the mill supernatural behavior. Doors slamming and creaking open on their own. I've yet to hear of anything making itself visibly apparent, but who knows kind of the motivations or morality of this particular entity or entities.
Sounds like we may just need to tighten some hinges.
Yeah.
Maybe some creaky floorboards we need to nail down.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly.
Cool. I think we manage.
I
Right.
am looking forward to finding out.
Anything else you guys would like to achieve over breakfast before you away to the courthouse?
Are we talking to Master Volo right now?
Yeah, you're sitting
Oh,
eating
his
breakfast
partner?
with Volo, Floon, and Kuzad.
Volo. Okay. And Volo said he had some connections to the art world, or knew someone who could appraise the paintings that me and Belial had on our backs.
Yes, of course. I've added it to the docket. We'll do a bit of a circuit. The art proprietor that I'm aware of is kind of between the courthouse and the residence, so we'll make a pit stop.
Okay. Wonderful. Obviously, after we get settled into our nice new house, manor, whatever you want to call it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean order the order of operations is up to you. Either way.
Yeah, do you guys want to keep carrying them around? Because you're just going to probably sell them, right?
Unless you
Well,
want to put them up in your
let's
bed.
Yeah. So we could go there first, and then you could sell some paintings, and then we could go to our house? Or we still need to get the bill for our house, right?
Yeah, you need to go to the courthouse.
Courthouse. Yeah, why don't we sell paintings, courthouse, and then house?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Whichever one's closer first.
Yeah, good point. Or you guys could just hang the art in our brand new house.
Well, let's see how valuable these things are first.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
And then we can decide if we want to sell them or just hang them up because they're pretty.
Okay, cute.
Okay. During breakfast as well, Kuzad kind of pulls his chair over to you, Belial, and says, or kind of, initially addresses you all, saying, well, I appreciate my time with you all on this little quest. I'm very pleased to have made all of your acquaintances, and Belial, you've grown into a fine swordsman. You took quite naturally to it, and I have a lot of faith in the direction in which you'll grow with this.
Thank you, Q. I could not have done it without you. You were a great teacher.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad to hear. I'll be in town, at all times pretty well, and over at the Heat Walkers. So if you are coming through town between jobs, feel free to stop by and say hello.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we can spar sometime.
I'd love that. And Mizuchi, watch over all of you. I see great things in your future.
It was a pleasure working with you.
Likewise, my friend. Okay, so you guys spend an hour or so throughout the morning just saying your farewells to Q and to the extremely grateful Floon. You get a solid breakfast, and you're headed to the art proprietor first.
I think so.
If that's
Make it.
on the way.
Yep. You guys can go there first. Just gotta find something. I was looking for something in my notes and I lost my train of thought and I can't remember what it was now. Oh yeah.
Would this art place also, is it appraised like just art, or is it like a pawn shop?
You're not totally sure where you're going yet.
Okay. Patience.
Sorry, I'm just looking for something.
All good.
I hope that fruit doesn't give us the shits. Fingers
Or the
crossed.
pickles.
Oh.
The pickles. Oh no.
You just have like
Oh, I've already gone to the bathroom like
Oh
twice.
no. Two-way.
I'm not
Twice.
entirely sure if it's from the. It might not be from the fruit. It might be just
Okay.
from the warm cider that I
Oh yeah.
had today, or
Just
warm
pure-
alcoholic drink.
pure fiber for breakfast, just apples and pickles and apple cider.
Oh yep.
Yeah, alcohol and fiber don't work too well.
Okay, so Volo begins leading you through the district and through, I would say, youngest, make a perception check.
With my nose?
If you want to, sure.
That is a natural 20 plus 1.
Oh!
This snout does not lie, guys.
You, as you're kind of making your way down the winding roads of the district, you pick up the smell of a familiar smell of melting solder and various kind of familiar scents from a certain workshop that you spent some time in. And as you continue down the district, you see the sign for the Lazuli Soul. As Volo says, here we are. My friend Simon, he's usually a proprietor of jewelry and the like, but the jewelry world and the art world tend to blend and overlap at times, and as such, he holds somewhat of a station as an art appraiser as well. So you can stop in and say hello.
Nice.
Like a good art appraiser.
Ha! There's no such thing.
Best in the Rose Ward, as far as I've encountered, at least.
The Rose Ward. Okay.
So you enter the shop and you see the elderly human man, clean, kind of gray buzz cut, and the pink kind of age spotted skin as the man looks up at you, his eyes magnified, and he pulls the loop away from his eye and says, "Oh yes, welcome. Oh, my friend, youngest. Happy to see you again."
Holy, fancy seeing you here.
It's great to see you too. How's your construct?
Oh, thing. And then my little guy is gonna pop up, and I'm gonna like smack him hard on the top of the head and be like, "He's doing great."
He looks as sturdy as ever. I imagine has he had some time to trial, his abilities and such.
Yeah, we're working on things. He's pretty good at crawling, so that's sweet. And I don't know. I sit on him, and he carries me around sometimes too, which is pretty cool.
Most excellent. And you brought your friends today.
Yeah. I actually realized I just thought this was like a shop for some reason, but yeah, we got stuff that we potentially are gonna sell. So we just were wondering if you could take a look at it and tell if this is anything of, worthwhile.
Of course, of course. Any friend of youngest is a friend of mine. I'm Simon.
Hello, Simon.
Yeah, I walk up and I shake the hand of Simon if he is willing to shake my hand.
Oh yes, it's just a hearty shake there. What's your name, my friend?
We just through our travels, we found about 4 paintings that could be of possible purchase in the art world, and we were just wondering if they were worth anything, or if they were they worth anything. I could probably tell you that one, they're all like landscape paintings. We got one of Urakash, we got one of Glinthelm here, one of Mithruar, and I believe this other one is of a skyline of Abrandir, I believe.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, I'm not a one-trick Pegasus, as they say. I do dabble in the art world as well as jewelry, so I'd be happy to take a look.
Okay, please take a look then.
Okay, so as you kind of set the paintings on the glass casing, he unwraps them kind of one by one, pulls up the 2 smaller ones and says, "Ah, yes, the city of glass, captured beautifully here. The texture is excellent, and it seems to be in quite pristine condition. I would say, if I were to take this piece off of you, I could offer 75 gold pieces." And he kind of moves on to the next one. Glinthelm, the fortification of our great city. Once again, great contrast, great texture here as well. It looks to be the same artist between the 2 paintings. I'd be curious to see if it's a set of sorts, but this one similarly, I would price at 75 gold pieces.
Does it have like a signature or anything on it?
Make an investigation check.
Well, can I just ask him? Maybe like, oh, do you see a?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yep. He flips his like the kind of second tier of his jeweler's loop down, and to kind of magnify it even further, and kind of scans across it looking for a signature of sorts, and he says, "Yes, you see here, it's quite subtle, as the hue is just off the background color, but it says NG here, which I believe to be Novin Glursk."
Novin.
Novin.
Novin Glursk is his window of kind of success in the art world was about 100 to 150 years ago, which is
Damn.
still him, being an elf, was kind of during his creative prime, and he's probably still painting today, but I haven't seen any of his work in a long time.
Cool.
He unwraps the other 2 and says, yes, NG here as well. These are paintings by Novin as well. And yes, as you mentioned, it looks like Abrandir and Mithruar which I believe to be his hometown. This one especially has quite the detail to it. The Mithruar I would price at 200 gold pieces,
Whoa.
and a Brandir would go for 150.
And Abrandir would go for 150.
Might I give you a bit of advice as a purveyor of art?
Certainly.
While I would be happy to, give you the prices that I've set here, another option is putting these up at the Abrandir auction, and seeing if you can fetch a better price from a private buyer.
Cool.
The
That's
auction
sweet.
the auction runs once every weekend, and you could post it up there and see if there are any bids that go for more than I've offered.
Cool.
Is that a certainty that they would go for what you offered?
At least? Or like,
Yeah, but the price that I've given is as someone who has a network within Abrandir, but people travel through the city and attend the auctions from further reaches, and people whose networks are further and who could who may potentially be willing to pay more, but you never know. I mean, auctions are kind of dependent on the market.
We could always bring them back afterwards if they don't sell.
yeah, that's true.
Yep,
It's true.
certainly.
I mean, if they don't sell, we can always put them on the wall if we see fit.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a great
I
time
wonder-
as well.
I wonder if we have to pay taxes at our house, so we might need to get money.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's try take them to the auction first.
Is it like the weekend currently?
It's midweek right now.
Oh, okay. And we have to leave in like 2 days, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I also have. I just want to like rustle through my stuff and be like, oh, I actually have like a couple gems that like I don't know we found. I don't know if they're going to be very exciting, but I have an emerald that I pull out, and I show him.
Okay.
How shiny.
Shiny.
Shiny. Okay. You pull it out and he says, "May I?"
Please.
And he kind of gently takes it from your fingers and pulls it up to his loop and says, "Yes, immaculate fractals. Gorgeous
You
red
want?
and green hue." Sorry?
Oh, do you want more immaculate fractals? I'm just thinking back to all the gems that I've collected throughout our adventures here, and I do have quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I there's a deep red gem that I pull from my bag. There's two blue sapphire gems that I pull from my backpack. 4 gems. We discussed this of a citrus type flavor or color.
Okay.
Yeah, those are all the gems that I have in my bag.
Pretty. I didn't realize you had so many.
I'm sorry. I try to keep some things a little secret.
Yeah, that's probably okay.
Okay. Let's So he says, "Yes, I am a sucker for fractals." Excuse me. So he goes kind of one by one, pricing out the gems. The emerald is a 1/8 inch diameter, and he prices it at 500 gold pieces.
The emerald?
The emerald, yeah.
Holy shit.
Both sapphires are also 1/8 inch diameter, and he prices those at 500 gold each.
Wait, that's a
I
lot.
got two.
Holy
Yeah, there's two of those.
Two of those.
sick.
The red one is a bloodstone, or no, yeah, it's a bloodstone. He was like, he's like,
Is this?
sorry.
No. Continue first. Sorry.
He takes a closer look at it and says, yes, bloodstone is often mistaken for rubies. Not quite as valuable, but still beautiful nonetheless. This bloodstone at 1/4 inch diameter, and he sets it on a scale. It's 0.001 in terms of pounds. So that would be 50 gold piece for the bloodstone. And the citrus is a topaz.
Cool.
Topaz. The citrus is a topaz. Okay.
Yeah, and he like kind of pulls your head in and holds the loop up to your eye, Yopa, and says, "If you look closely, you see those kind of wispy gold swirls that fill the body of this gem. Those indicate a topaz."
Okay.
So the topaz would fetch you 200 gold pieces in my shop.
Nice. Do you say 400 for the
So,
emerald?
500 for the emerald, 500 each for the two sapphires.
Damn.
Was it 50 for the bloodstone and 250 for the topaz? Or topaz.
250 for the 4 topaz.
You have four of them?
I have 4 of them.
Oh, okay, yeah, 250
Jeez.
each.
Damn.
And then the deep red gem was which one?
Deep red. Yeah, which you said it was like not a ruby?
It wasn't anything.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what he said. Honey, we can't hear you.
Ian, tell me.
You're really keeping us on an edge here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
I thought I had my mic on my like wireless headphones and I went pee. So I could hear you, but I couldn't speak.
Oh.
Sorry, what was the question again? It wasn't a ruby, so it was 50 gold pieces for the bloodstone.
Bloodstone.
So it's a bloodstone.
It's a bloodstone.
I actually have a ruby. Well, what I think is a ruby, so I'm gonna pull that out too.
Okay.
Just rooting through my bag. I was like, I should have put them in something.
Yeah, and this one particularly is hard to find. As you pull it out, it's like a 1/16 of an inch in diameter, basically. And he's like,
Oh damn.
yeah, he's like a small piece, but a lush ruby red. Yeah, this one I would take for 250.
250. That's cool. 250. Yeah, you can take both of these.
Which ones?
You can take my emerald. That's the $500 one, and then you said the ruby was 200
250.
or 250.
So 750
250
total.
750.
Bro.
Make it bank.
Nice.
And you, my friend, would you part with these, or what are your thoughts?
Yes, I can certainly let go of the 2 sapphire gems for 1,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct, right, sir?
That's right. That's right.
All right, 1,000 gold for those 2, and then we got. I think I'm pretty sure. I'll give you those 4 gems of a citrus type color or flavor for 250 gold.
Okay. So that's 2,000
Yeah.
total.
Nice.
Wait. Oh, is it for each are a 250 gold?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're making bank.
yes, sir. I will. Yeah, it's of course 250 gold for each of those 4.
Excellent. I wasn't anticipating such
Holy
a
shit.
fruitful
2,000
morning, but he pulls out a scale and begins kind of placing coins on it and weighing things out, sliding you over your takings.
Damn. That's cool. That's real cool. Do you guys still have that those platinum pieces or whatever that you were dragging around?
I don't
Like,
think I don't think it was platinum. It was like corroded.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, corroded silver ingots.
Yeah, didn't who had them
Belial
was
and
me.
Yopa.
yeah. Carrying them around?
Wait,
We could put those at the auction as well.
Do you know what they
What was
are
that?
though?
I can
Are
find
they
them in
just-
my notes.
Because we're in a good spot for you to find out.
Very true. Very true.
carrying around what?
Weren't you carrying around those heavy ass bricks that you found in the you found when we were saving the little spaz?
Belial, do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember, but I'm trying to find it in my notes.
No,
Or you
I
guys
didn't
put
know
them
you
down
liked
when you were
to write.
fighting and you didn't pick it back up?
No, I remember putting mine down before going to beat up Yopa.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Oh,
I went
yeah.
and grabbed them afterwards. So I still have them, for sure.
So it was 15 10-pound silver bars, all black from corrosion.
Right.
Oh yes.
Um,
Not
Find out what you can get for
15 each though, right?
No,
15 between the
Yeah.
both of us.
Yeah, I think you guys
Yeah.
split them up.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would like to check, I guess.
Yeah. Why don't we appraise those?
Okay. You're about to kind of drop them on the case, and he's like, wait, just set them on the ground. And he kind of makes his way around the glass case and kind of pulls the canvas away from them, and brings out kind of a sharpened tool and begins kind of testing the metal and kind of prodding it and kind of he scratches a line into the corrosion on a bit, kind of revealing the silver underneath, and says, "Ah, this is quite the score as well." It looks to be, and he grabs one and sets it on the scale. It says 10 pounds, give or take, each, and you have 15 here. I would say these are worth 50 gold pieces each.
Cool.
50 gold pieces each. Okay.
Yes.
That's not bad.
So across the 15 bars, that would be 750 total.
Nice.
750 total,
750 total, and
split in half, obviously, between me and Belial.
there's a bit less of less room for kind of fluctuation on this, as you know, silver currency itself has kind of a flat value, so you might not be able to fetch as much on the auction houses. You know, art's value is a little more liquid.
Makes sense.
Okay. What do people look for in art around here?
Well, it depends, I guess. You know, people have different tastes. There's been
Yes.
the more kind of hip type spaces that have popped up recently are all after, you know, more kind of I think it's called the data wave, or kind of abstract pieces. But you know, if you go to like a classier joint, they'd be keen on maybe some oil landscapes such as these. It depends on the clientele.
I see. Okay. Thank you for your knowledge. Yeah.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
I would be willing to sell these bars if you are, Yopa.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Excellent. This'll set me up for a few years of jewelry making. Okay, so 750 for the lot, and he again kind of goes back into his workshop, and you hear kind of the clanging of a vault being twisted and opened, slammed shut once more, and he kind of it takes like 2-3 minutes for him to slowly. He's pretty old, and carrying all these bags of coin takes him a minute, but he eventually returns and sets your take on the glass.
Sweet.
Thank you, sir.
So how much is that for each of us? Split.
750 total.
50-50, of course.
750. Yeah, choose however you'd like to split it.
And half is good.
Yes, I agree.
At this point,
3.
At this point, Simon, he's kind of just looking you over and looking over kind of all the gems and all the bounty that you've kind of brought. But as he looks up, something on Youngest's hip catches his eye, and he says,
Oh my
Youngest,
gosh.
Youngest, I didn't realize you were a holy person or a person of the devout."
To me?
He does, yeah.
What do I have on my pocket?
He says, your symbol there, the symbol of the keeper. It's a beautiful piece as well.
What is that? I don't know what he's talking about.
So you
Yep.
kind of
Ugh.
having kind of just quickly looted it and shoved it in your pocket, you look down and you see that kind of dangling, kind of part way out of your pocket is the amulet that you had looted back
Oh,
in the Mind Flayer's den.
Oh boy.
right. I forgot about that guy.
And he says, may I take a look? It's exquisite.
Oh, we've been so busy. I really haven't looked at it. Oh, embarrassing. And I'll hand it to him.
Okay. He pulls it up and says, yes, the symbology of the keeper themselves. This amulet has some magical properties.
Oh.
If you look closely here, it bears the symbol of the keeper, the fist, or the it's less of a fist and more of kind of a graceful hand, wielding two arrows, one pointing upwards and one downwards. You can see the inlay of opal and metals here. An individual of the divine faith would benefit from this. While one wears this holy symbol, they would receive the boon of the keeper and the keeper's children. So, out of game terms, it's an amulet of the devout, a +1 amulet of the devout. So,
Of the devout.
yeah. While you wear the holy symbol, you gain a bonus to spell attack rolls and saving throw DCs of your spells, determined by the rarity, so it's a +1. As well, while you wear this amulet, you can use your Channel Divinity feature without expending one of the feature's uses. And once it's used, it can't be used again until the next dawn, so you basically get one extra Channel Divinity per day.
Oh.
Holy. Do you have this in something? Do you have this written down?
Yeah, I'll paste it. This is gorgeous. I imagine. I mean, is it yours? Are you a follower of the Keeper, or
I
one of the
am not.
any of the children of the Keeper? Then the greater Celestials. There's Osrook, Mizuchi, Palkia.
I don't really think I follow any god.
Fair enough. In that case, I'd be happy to purchase it from you.
Yopa, our youngest,
Yes.
would you mind if I took a look at it?
Of course.
I follow Osric.
Oh.
This might greatly help us on our journeys. If
I'll hand it to him.
Can I look at it?
Yeah. Yeah, you take a look, and it's, even though you found it in this kind of stinky sewer space, it's kind of, mildew on the walls and the surfaces. This is like immaculate, just like mirror-like shine, and it looks like kind of a woman's hand, in kind of a half clenched position with two arrows, one pointing upward, one downward, and kind of inlaid along the shafts of the arrows are various ancient divine runes with opalescent kind of stones inlaid at different points.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Could I
yours.
Could I buy this from you, youngest?
Oh gosh, no buying.
I think it might greatly help us on our journeys.
Sweet, it's yours.
Thank you so much.
It seems like it would suit your attire too. It's meant to be.
I. I'll put it around my neck.
Yep.
Cool. Sounds good. As you adorn the amulet and begin to kind of attune to it, Make a constant. No, I'm just kidding. You feel this graceful presence just kind of almost almost this kind of disembodied hand place its hand kind of gently on your shoulder, and you feel at ease as you feel kind of the keeper's blessing, as well as, you know, the lineage of the keeper, including, you know, Osric and Mizuchi, and just the whole kind of celestial branch of deities. You feel your link to the divine strengthen.
Nice. That's badass.
Yeah, my family and my clan generally follow Osric, who is part of the Keeper's domain, as well. But there's a whole pantheon of lesser gods that guide us and have different meanings for everyone. But the Keeper is above all.
The keeper's like the top god.
Top, yes.
The tap.
Cool. That's awesome. I'm sorry, I just had it in my pocket this whole time. I probably should have looked at it.
Well, we didn't know that I had retained any magic to it. It was just a beautiful, beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Simon says, yes, it looks much better on you than it would on my shelf anyways.
Thank you.
Well, take a look at the auction house whenever you have the opportunity, and if you have no luck there, like I said, I'd certainly pick up these paintings from you.
Cool. Cool.
And you mentioned perhaps moving into the city. Are you looking at purchasing here, or?
We got a house.
Oh, congratulations! That's most excellent.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. I think it might actually be a dump, and I think it's haunted, but it's still going to be great.
Well, the industrious, I know firsthand, youngest. I've seen your craftsmanship. I'm sure your friends are equally as talented, and I'm sure you'll make it home in no time. Maybe sometime I can come visit your shop.
Oh, yeah. It might take me a bit to get there, but for sure.
Sounds good. Well, if you need anything in terms of, you know, tools, I have been trying to, you know, downsize my collection for a while. So,
Oh, those are the words I want to hear.
and I'd be happy to forward them on to a young professional.
That's me. Okay, cool. Well, thanks. I think we're good. I mean, if we find any more good stuff, we'll come and show it to you.
Excellent. Well, best of luck, and see you all again.
Thank you.
So you exit the shop back into the kind of midday of Abrandir, and Volo says, yes, to the courthouse now. Does that work for you all?
Yes.
Hey,
Let's get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So you begin kind of traversing once more through the city, through the Rose Ward, and out across the Gold Link Aqueduct toward the Pendant Heights, which is the more kind of wealthy area of the city, um, but pretty close to kind of that dividing aqueduct. You find the pendant ward's courthouse. It's an imposing sandstone kind of building with those like court steps that kind of wrap around the whole of the building, and these great kind of ornately carved columns holding up what looks like kind of a two-level building, and there are two banners kind of flapping gently in the wind, with this kind of cream fabric and like gold embellishments. You make your way up the steps to two very large stone doors that are currently open and accepting anyone. Oops.
Who's gonna go in?
For like a second, honey.
Oh, I cut out?
Yeah, just for a minute.
Yeah, it's a big, fancy courthouse, and and there are two large stone doors that open inward.
We don't need anything for this, do we?
Just yourselves and perhaps a name for your company. I believe at least that's the way it works, is kind of the joint ownership situation. It'll have to be under kind of a title of sorts, so I don't know if you have an existing name or if it's something that you can think of now.
Oh yeah. What do you guys? The youngest, and the others. How about that?
And the others.
Just kidding.
Well, knowing
But actually,
knowing the red tape of this the process, we'll probably be in a waiting room of sorts for a bit. So take your time and discuss amongst yourselves.
Well, does anyone have any ideas?
Oh no, I don't know.
Well, we're currently on a mission to prevent certain doom to the entire world.
Mm.
We could be the Doomseekers.
Ooh, that sounds dangerous.
It's a bit dangerous. People would stay clear of us if that we want to.
That's cool. I could make us jackets.
This is for our group name. Is that correct? Like
Yeah.
In my travels before bumping into all of you, I did come across this very skilled crafter and his shop, and I really loved the wares and little bits and bobs that this person had. I sadly, stupidly almost, I don't remember this person's name, but I do remember the shop that they came from, and the shop was called Doom and Bloom. And
I think I've heard of it.
have you? You've came across it? Well,
Just the name from travelers coming through my fair village. I've heard tales.
you've heard tales. I mean, if you haven't been to the shop, I mean, you should go to the shop. I've been to the shop. It's been incredible. And
Wait,
I mean,
are we gonna name ourselves Doom and Bloom?
I mean, we could name ourselves Doom and Bloom. We could go across And as far as naming ourselves the Doom and Bloom 4, because there are 4 of us, uh,
Because we're scary, but we're soft like flowers.
I mean, that's possible. But I did come across this shop, and I loved the shop, and I figured I'd pay it a little attention on my travels, just in case. And I
Cute. I'm
did
in.
love
The
Doom and Bloom 4. Doom and Bloom 4, or the Doom and Bloom. I mean,
Dooms.
The Dooms. Love
the
it.
Dooms.
The Dooms. Doomseekers has Doom in it as well.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Funny
Doom
that,
Seekers.
speaking of the Doom,
Yeah.
constantly seeking Doom, whether good or to vanquish it.
Doom Seekers. I love it. I'm down for whatever. I still think my name should be in it, but it's okay.
I like the Doomseekers.
All right, let's fucking do it.
Okay, so
Doom it.
you guys enter, and I don't know if you guys can see the picture up here in kind of the top left corner, but this is kind of a bit of a reference as to what the space looks like. It almost has more of like a cathedral aesthetic than what you imagined to be kind of like a dry courthouse. But there are these
cute.
giant like cathedral-sized windows, kind of crafted the same way as stained glass, but not kind of multicolored. It's like clear glass, but then the frame of the window forms kind of the iconography of Abrandir with like the golden gauntlet, and the glass within the gauntlet is kind of tinted kind of a yellowish gold, and as the light shines through, it kind of creates these kind of swaths of kind of radiant yellow light in the space. You approach and see a small goblin figure, the clerk at the front desk, who has these kind of tiny spectacles at the tip of his long and twisted nose. Volo steps forward to the clerk, saying, "Yes, Master Volotharm Gedam, here to see Magistrate Silverhelm." The goblin kind of just barely looks over, without kind of moving his head, just raising his eyes, saying, "Here to register another book title, are you? What is it this time? Volo's Guide to Poltergeists and Puppies?" And Volo kind of steps back for a second and says, "Well, I hadn't considered it, but don't expect any royalties if I do." The goblin, again, without kind of looking up, says, "Take a seat. She'll be with you shortly." So this hallway is kind of very sparsely furnished, but there are some very uncomfortable marble benches that kind of line the sides. You all post up and sit. I'm just waiting for a bit.
I'm gonna like try to knock off all the dirt off my clothes and be like, "This place is kind of fancy," and be like,
It's much more ornate than I thought.
Yeah, this, I think being your guys' first time to the Pendant Ward, you can see, because you've been to the Rust District and the Rose Ward, which are kind of the middle class and the lower class, but this is like the top 1% kind of live in this section of the city, and everything is just like abnormally clean and shiny. But you wait for probably 15-20 minutes or so until you see an ebony-skinned woman wearing this very kind of fancy-looking. It looks like a fantasy judge's gown, basically, but there are kind of scrawlings of gold that are very intricate, embroidered along all of the front. And she approaches you all. This kind of ebony-skinned human woman with a tight buzz cut and these dangling golden earrings, and says, Master Volo, I had heard that you were coming in today. Please come to my office. And you're all led up a set of spiral stairs and down a corridor to an office of sorts, as Volo kind of turns to you all and under his breath says, I know she looks like the fancy type, but I kind of have an in, thankfully. Usually, we could have been waiting for months, but she takes my meetings.
Nice.
Handy for us then.
Ooh.
So you all kind of crowd into this pretty small, 10 by 12 office space. There are various accolades and credentials that have been hung on the walls between, any space that isn't bookshelf space. And there's a bunch of kind of heavy-looking legal tomes and registries and things like that just kind of crowd this space. And as she kind of gently brushes her seat and sits down very gracefully, says, Master Volo, are you working on anything? My children just love your books. And we've read through Volo's Guide to Monsters, every night for the past 2 years, and they're very excited for your next piece of work. How's it coming along? Volo says, yes, it's going to be a collection of ghost stories, if you will. Volo's Guide to Spirits and Specters. As a matter of fact, I purchased a piece of property here in Abrandir as kind of a space to spend some time in the field and hopefully collect some content for a chapter, but unfortunately things weren't quite as visible to me. But anyways, the Magister kind of regards you all, saying, so I understand I'm here to witness a conveyance of title. I am Keelan Silverhelm, the Magister at this court.
Did you say Keelan? Sorry, honey.
Keelan, yeah. Keelan Silverhelm. Volo, do you have the notarized deed of ownership? And Volo says, he kind of pats his pockets and says, oh yes, I've handed it off to these fine folks already. And he kind of looks over to you, youngest.
And I'll be like, just ripping up some piece of paper. I'll be like, what? No, kidding. I hand it to him. I'll hand it to him.
Okay, so he takes it and hands it to her and says, I'll try to make this pretty brief. We can probably run through this pretty quickly, but as you are taking joint ownership of this property as a group, as well as the conveyance of title, we will need to register your adventuring party is a partnership. Under this partnership, you accept equal shares of the property as well as equal liability. Any profits or losses acquired through the property are to be split equally amongst yourselves. Do you have any existing names or a name in mind for the registry?
Mm-hmm.
Aye, we're planning to go as a group name, the Doomseekers.
The Doomseekers.
Pretty
Excellent. It's got a nice ring to it. And
It's pretty badass.
definitely.
Uh,
You see her kind of like not so used to kind of the rough and tumble clientele that you have are kind of portraying yourself as. So she pulls out this heavy looking tome and kind of slams it on her desk. The dust kind of poofing out and catching some of the light, and begins kind of leafing through it and says D D. She finally gets to the section and begins kind of running a finger down the list and says Doom, Doom, Doom. There's no registered Doomseekers, so the name is open.
Sweet.
that was so funny. If you're like, oh, sorry, it's taken. Can you guys take another one?
Yeah. Think of another one.
Doomseekers underscore squiggle star.
223.
223. Yeah, combine all your birthdays. Okay, so she pulls out kind of she pulls out one kind of additional form, and kind of lines it up next to the deed of ownership, and says, so this is the partnership registry. As of now, it's just for kind of ownership of property, but if at any point you'd like to operate a business or anything from the property, you will need to return and kind of upgrade the certification to a business. But as of now, as far as I understand, this is just kind of a residence, a personal residence. Am I correct?
Aye.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so I have here the partnership registry. I'll need you all to sign individually, and as well as kind of filling out the section on your name, and he kind of slides it over to you all.
I'm gonna embarrassingly look around and being like, so don't think I'm weird, but I don't have a signature. I usually just do a little ink blot on my finger. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine. There are, we serve people from all sorts of different customs and backgrounds, and not all cultures have a written tradition. So yes, a fingerprint is fine.
Perfect.
Okay, so I guess you guys just kind of pass it around and sign it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So she takes it after it's been filled out and pulls a heavy kind of rubber stamp and stamps it, saying, well, it's official. You are registered as the Doomseekers.
We got a house!
And she says, oh, not quite yet.
Oh.
You have a partnership.
We got a name!
And she pulls them kind of beside each other and says, now you can sign this as a group, so just write down the Doomseekers. You don't have to do it individually.
Cool.
And I am just here to witness, so And she kind of slides it over to you.
Who's gonna do it?
Not me.
I have a feeling that Torrance writing is very neat.
Good.
Is Torin's writing really neat?
It's not immaculate. It's not like Elven or
Okay, so she slides it over to Torin, and Torin gives a, heavily weighted kind of dwarvish flair to the signature. And you slide it over once more, and she once more gives the heavy rubber stamp to the document, and says, well, it's official then. You, as the Doomseekers, are the owners of the... And she kind of looks again at the document saying, oh,
Troll
Skull Manor. If it piques your interest, actually, I might have some documentation on the history of the building.
that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, we want that.
Yeah.
So she once more kind of pulls over one of those like library sliding ladders and slides it over to the middle portion of the bookshelf, climbs up a few steps and begins kind of fingering across a row of thick tomes, pulls one out and steps back down to her desk, setting it down, and begins kind of flipping through it and says, Troll Skull Manor. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so it looks like the manor was originally built by an Ocoria Stone Marrow, a member of the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors.
Whoa.
I believe that order was eventually kind of dissolved into the Orem Guard, and those who were kind of more on the magic end joined the Ecumenus Conclave. But after that original owner, it was sold to a family of shield dwarves.
Cool.
When they could no longer afford to live there, ownership of the manor was passed on to a woman who intended to turn it into an orphanage.
Oh, creepy.
And you see her brow kind of furrow a little bit as she kind of silently reads ahead a little bit, and she says, I see perhaps why there's a bit of a dark page in this building's history. This woman was revealed to be a hag or a crone of sorts who fed on the children she supposedly rescued.
Oh, that's so scary.
You're right, saying it was creepy.
Ew. We got a child eater ghost up in our house? Oh my god.
I don't know if I can be friends with this ghost.
Maybe the ghost of the children.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
She reads on and says, after that, it looks like, Troll Skull Manor had several other owners until a woman named Amihan turned it into a tavern. She was the last known owner until it kind of fell into disrepair and kind of a dilapidated state. And I see here, Volo, you procured the place not 2 months ago. So, yeah, it's a long kind of historied building. I guess.
Spooky.
Yeah.
So when we're talking to the spirits, we should make sure we're very kind. And making sure
I
that
mean, maybe we
Yeah.
won't see anything because our pal said he lived in there and he didn't see a thing. So maybe it won't be.
Right.
Well, either way, I appreciate you stopping by, Master Volo. Please keep me posted on Volo's Guide to Spirits Inspectors. I'm anxious to bring it home to the kids. And Volo kind of gives her a wink and says, "Yes, we'll leave you be. I know you're a busy woman." So she gives. Sorry, go ahead.
When we're leaving, I want to be like, Volo, you write kids' books?
They're not, catered to children, but I don't judge anyone's parenting choices. Some kids are less sheltered than others.
Do you have any copies of them?
He says, "Yeah, I think so."
I mean, I would love to read them. I mean, I'll give them back after.
He begins kind of digging through his satchel and finds a copy that there's a little bit of kind of a soggy corner to it. It seems like living in his bag for a while, and some of the creases or some of the corners are kind of creased, and some of the pages are a little bit bent, out of shape. But he says, yes, this was my first publication, Volo's Guide to Monsters. Please, hold on to that copy.
Cute. Guide to Monsters. I look forward to reading it. Maybe it will help us.
Yeah, I imagine so. I mean, it's always good to know what you're potentially going up against. So it's certainly good reference material.
Awesome. Thank
Nice
you.
to have in the field. You come across any other unknowns?
Cool.
Sounds good.
And if we find something that's not in there, we can.
Yeah, we'll give you notes.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, there's multiple printings of the book, so you can always add stuff as needed.
Cool.
So once more, you make your way kind of down the spiral staircase and through the kind of grand hall of the court here, and exit back onto the court steps as Volo says, all right, so last stop of the day, I guess. Let's take you to go see the space itself, shall we?
Woo.
Let's go.
Yes.
So you make your way once more back to kind of the northern parts of the Rose Ward, down one of the kind of darker alleys in the ward.
Oh, wait. Before we leave this area, is there any, like, booze stores on the way that we're going to walk by?
Make a... Are you just kind of keeping an eye out?
Yeah, just, like, looking.
Okay, make a perception check.
Uh, 16.
16. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as you're kind of making your way back toward the what's it called? What's that? The Gold Link Aqueduct. Just kind of you see what looks like a fancy kind of boutique alcohol place, and it has kind of this gold embellished sign that says "The Smiling Pillow."
I'm gonna be like, hey guys, can you just give me 1 second? And I'm just gonna like run into the shop.
Okay.
Mhm.
You kind of burst into the shop with a heavy kind of jingle as the door charm kind of swings into the roof and back down. You see the current clerk kind of startle, eyes wide, a young kind of human male with like a tiny soul patch that looks like he worked really, really hard to grow. And yeah, kind of like curly.
Can I come in? Can I come into the shop as well?
Yep. Yeah, anyone
I'm gonna be like,
Just hanging about.
hello, good sir. I would like your finest, yummiest bottle of alcohol.
Okay. He's like, he kind of warily eyes you as he's, not really used to patrons like you. And he's like, oh, it's kind of broad. What type of alcohol?
Something sweet.
Something sweet, alright. Do you like wine or?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. And he kind of leaves his station behind the counter. 1 sec, oh, this is being a shithead.
Yeah. Standard.
He kind of leaves his spot behind the counter and begins kind of walking the aisles and pulls out.
I'm gonna turn to Yopa and be like, we like wine, right?
Oh, I look around the store, look at Youngest, and I just give him a firm yes. We like wine.
Yeah, we like wine.
Okay, he pulls a bottle. Actually, he pulls kind of a ring of keys from his hip and unlocks one of the kind of raised cabinets and pulls out a bottle of wine. Looks like it's fairly dusty, but he says, we've got this. It's a Red Crush vintage from the Keldaran coast. I've heard it's pretty good and it's got kind of a sweet berry taste to it.
Okay, we'll take it.
Alright.
Wait, how much is it?
Let me see. And kind of brings it back to the counter and begins kind of parsing through a catalog that he has and says, it's 30 gold pieces for this one.
Ooh, it's on, and then I'm gonna pass him 30 gold pieces.
You can see kind of the shock in his face as you set down the heavy portion of gold, and he kind of loosens up a little bit. He's like, "All right, well, I hope you enjoy it. It's a good one, from what I hear."
Yeah, we just got a house, so we're celebrating.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yopa, do you need anything? Or are you good?
I feel like I'd ask for. Do you have anything that you specialize here, sir?
We don't like brew anything in house, but it's more kind of like import selections here, so it's just a mixed bag.
Well, do you got a favorite item? You got a favorite item here?
Yeah, I've definitely got favorites. Kind of the go-to drink in the clubs here in the Pendant Ward, and he goes kind of down another aisle and he grabs this bright green kind of Mickey-sized bottle and he says it's like a really sour apple kind of taste. It's pretty sweet.
That looks like acid water.
It's like
Yeah,
like,
what is this?
It's like the fantasy equivalent of like sourpuss, basically. He's like, it's my favorite. It's so good.
Why do you like it so much?
Well, it tastes like candy. I mean,
Ooh, Belial will like that.
Well, I would like this.
I mean, does he like candy? I don't know. He's like 10 years old. You'd think he'd like candy.
Yeah, he likes. He does like sweet things, right? Doesn't
I
he,
think so.
youngest? Yeah.
I like sweet
Did you just hear that? Did you hear that?
That was weird.
That was super weird.
Hmm.
You know what? Let's get this for Belial. I think it'd be a nice gift for them.
Yeah, agreed.
How much is this, sir?
that one's 3 gold pieces.
Sorry, I couldn't understand through your thick accent. What did you say?
3 gold pieces.
Did you say?
I think he said
three.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
3. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll pass on 3 gold pieces for this side.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we're partying tonight.
Just tell your friend to drink, 1-to-1 water. Basically, it gives me like a really.
What
bad
if we don't have
hangover
water?
For some reason.
Oh,
Well,
1 to
Good
1.
luck then.
Oh, that's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, it will be. But I would love to see him in that dangerous state. So
Yeah.
let's
Get it. Cool.
let's get
Okay.
it.
Let's get it. Okay, cool. We'll go back to the crew.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you rejoin the group, and you all see Youngest and Yopa brandishing 2 bottles of alcohol. One looks very suspiciously bright green, and the other looks like a very finely aged bottle of wine.
We're gonna have a good night, guys.
What did you get?
I got a fancy bottle of wine, and Yopa got some battery acid.
No, she's joking. This is gonna make you feel more powerful for the rest of the decade.
Certainly looks like it.
So you make your way to Troll Skull Manor. As you approach, I'll just. There's kind of a picture bottom left here, if you want to see the outside of it.
Ooh,
Spooky.
Yeah.
hooky dump.
So.
Holy shit, it's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a 4-story tall building, and it boasts balconies, a turret, and 5 chimneys.
Holy.
What are we looking at? This one right here?
Yeah,
That's our house.
that's your house.
Holy shit!
So as you kind of approach the front door, Volo kind of says, oh, excuse me, and kind of yanks one of the boards that's like currently kind of across the front door off and says, welcome home.
This
so you guys-
is nice.
As you enter, you see it looks like a rundown tap room of sorts.
Wow.
The tap room is filled with broken furniture, tarnished silverware, very heavily clouded glassware, and the floorboards are cracked and rotting, and there's a bunch of just like debris kind of strewn across the place. But there is, a table that is not entirely sundered and rotten, that Volo kind of slides a seat out and sits down at.
Let's gather up some chairs that aren't completely broken and give things a brush off and a little bit of teamwork here. I'll have a seat.
So
Can we
it's-
start looking around?
If you want to, yeah. Volo says, well, I've taken my kind of scan of the place and stayed here a couple nights. So, if you all don't mind, I might return to my floon. But just as kind of another parting gift, I know that the pantry is bare, so he kind of digs through his satchel once more, and you see that his arm kind of goes like a natural depth into his bag. Like the bag is only probably like a foot long, but his arm goes like all the way to the shoulder in, basically. And he begins kind of like rustling around and pulls out this kind of wrapped bundle out of it, and he kind of lays it on the table and opens it, and there's just kind of a spread of crusty bread and cheese and kind of charcuteried meats and pickled vegetables, as well as 5 small bottles of ale.
Woo!
This is, as I mentioned, I don't have a lot of coin, and truthfully, I feel quite guilty, as the sum that I had initially promised of 500 gold pieces is potentially higher than the value of this estate, but I have faith that you can build it up into a home, and this is, a small housewarming gift.
Thanks so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm indebted to you, absolutely. I'll be in Abrandir for the foreseeable future, so please reach out when you need anything. If I can provide it, I will.
Badass.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
As the last kind of bit of light is waning in the evening here, some of the light is shining through. Make a perception check, I would say, youngest and Torin, since you're kind of on that side of the table.
All right.
Bjorn, you can make a perception check as well.
17.
17.
Yeah. I've been rolling pretty good as I was having fun with them, but I probably wore it all out. 16.
Six.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
Bjorn, it's been a busy day of just like errand running, and you basically just had breakfast and it's already dinner time. So as this spread kind of lays out across the table, you're like, oh, and you just begin like stuffing your cheeks with like crusty bread and cheese. But as Volo's kind of giving his gratitude, Youngest and Torin, you look up and see there's a portion of the roof that has been cracked and broken, and you can see the remaining light of the sun kind of shining through the ceiling into the space. And you kind of follow the rays of light from this hole, and it's kind of illuminating dust that's floating in the air. And as you kind of look over Volo's shoulder, you see the dust motes kind of floating around an invisible mass of sorts. It looks like a head and shoulders that are just kind of framed by this dust. And just as you kind of glance and catch it and kind of take a closer look, the form kind of moves out of the space and dust fills where it once was.
Ooh. I'm gonna nudge Tor and be like, "Did you see that?"
A bit unsettling.
Oh god, we got a ghosty.
Okay.
We haven't been here very long. We already see.
Yeah, right. Oh, I hope it's not angry.
I think we just need to be kind,
Yeah.
and hopefully they are just friendly. Or will become our friends.
Totally. Well, I'm gonna pull out the bottle of wine and like cork it and pour a little drink, and then like a fifth piece, like a fifth drink that I'm just gonna set and push over kind of close to where it was,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna be like, "All right, well, cheers to our new house, guys."
So you poured how many drinks? 5 drinks?
Yeah, 5 drinks, and I pushed one to the corner.
Okay. Well, there's 5 of you already.
But I thought,
Oh, are we there? Are we there?
I mean,
now?
five excluding Volo. Like, there's 5 of you.
oh, right. Okay, so 6. Sorry, honey.
Okay. Volo says, as much as I'd like to, enjoy the fine wine, I will leave you to it. So, once again, congrats and keep in touch.
Ciao.
Why, Volo? Why?
Extra wine for you,
Why don't you
Yopa.
hang out with us? You
He has a new.
don't like drinking, huh? Huh?
Been recently reunited with his love.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. That was a beautiful. Yeah, that was a beautiful thing. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Why did I say that?
Yes,
That's all going through my head. I don't say that to anybody.
Okay. He says, "Yes, I've got a handsome man keeping my bed warm. Thanks to you all, I must attend to that."
I turn beet red in jealousy.
He bids you adieu and makes his departure.
Fine.
Hi.
Goodbye.
All right, so the space is yours to explore and do as you please.
Sweet, I'm gonna look around.
How dirty is it in here?
It's like disastrous. There's just
Actually.
random debris and garbage kind of scattered everywhere on the floor. There are patches of the ceiling that are missing and broken. The floorboard is kind of like soggy to the step.
Oh no.
It's quite the fixer-upper.
I feel like roof is our first endeavor.
Roof.
I'd like
Roof?
to-
Roof? Why?
Well,
Does-
maybe that will stop all the rain from coming in.
If we fix anything else, it'll just be ruined by the weather if we don't fix the roof.
Yeah. You all sound very smart. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like upstairs. There's stairs, obviously.
Yep, there's...
Start wandering around?
Stairs...
Try to find some dry areas.
Yeah.
Set up for the night.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, there's. Let me see.
Oh.
Okay, so there's a set of stairs. Just trying to figure this out. Yeah, so there's a set of stairs here that goes up to the second floor.
Yeah.
This is the front entrance.
Oh, okay.
Right here. Am I following this red hand correctly?
Yeah, up here is the entrance to the
Oh,
second
up
floor.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
Entrance.
Okay, so youngest, you're going upstairs.
Yeah.
I think we should all follow.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah. Good idea. Good idea. You guys want to come upstairs with me?
Together?
Okay,
Sure.
so
Yes,
you
please.
make your way upstairs into another kind of common room that is empty of furnishings, and just once more kind of there are cobwebs collected in the corners, trash on the ground, and as you open the door there are some kind of harmless looking rats that kind of disperse and squeeze under the doors into the other rooms.
Oh, buddies. It's okay. We do have a lot of rat blood on our hands, though, so I can see why they're nervous.
They're kind of mutant rats. So it falls into
Yeah.
Shall I check out the floor?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay.
Keep going to where?
The next floor.
The next floor. Okay, I would say, so I'm just going to kind of, for brevity, just kind of explain each of the levels as you go up to them.
Cool.
So this
Okay.
one has kind of a common room. There's, it's pretty well empty of furnishings. Through this door is a den of sorts. There's like a dirty rug that's kind of crumpled and folded on the ground, and a set of like armchairs with ottomans that are also like well weathered, and they have kind of cracked leather upholstery facing a fireplace. This is a fireplace right here.
Cool.
Cool.
And it kind of opens up into like a circular area with some kind of musty, moth-eaten couches that face each other, and kind of a broken coffee table. There's a hall here with another set of stairs that leads up to the next level. There are two bedrooms.
Right.
There's another fireplace in this bedroom. And there is actually a like a double bed in this room.
Oh,
It's really nasty looking. The
Oh.
mattress is like stained and very well used. This spare room, this spare room has one bunk bed in it.
guys, come in here.
Which one?
This one,
Over here?
yeah,
Spare.
this
This
spare
one?
room
Oh,
has one bunk bed in it. This is a balcony. This is a balcony. This is a balcony.
this is a
Okay.
balcony.
Wow.
With like fresh air, all that kind of stuff.
Oh shit! I deleted you guys.
Ah.
I always do that.
And we fell through the hole in the ground in the floor.
Yeah. Okay. So you make your way up to the third floor.
This is the third floor. Over here?
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so for the third floor, The stairs in kind of the main hall come up right here. There's a nasty looking toilet right there. The library is... The shelves are actually in somewhat decent shape, but the shelves are all empty, and it's otherwise empty. There's another bathroom here that's empty aside from a tub and toilet that are also nasty. There's a bedroom here with two kind of twin beds facing each other. There's another bedroom here with a large, like, queen-size bed, and a fireplace that is like a double-sided kind of through fireplace that so you can access the fireplace from both the bedroom and the bathroom here. And as well, from here, from kind of the vantage point of the third floor, you can look down on the roof that's kind of above the tap room, and you can see the damage that's on the roof, and it's two like very large holes that would need to be patched.
Okay, we'll have to do that.
Two very large holes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So you make your way up. Oh fuck.
Did you lead us again?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, you bastard!
You make your way up to the next level. It's kind of the attic space. There is an attic
It's like
bedroom.
what? Fourth level?
Fourth level, yep.
Yeah. All right. Fourth level. Gotcha.
There's an attic bedroom up here. There's like a broken single bed, and just as you kind of make your way into here, there's a bunch of kind of empty, overturned crates and kind of miscellaneous debris and items in this space. And and there's also you can see kind of above, in the attic, there's kind of a hatch on the ceiling that you imagine opens up to the turret peak.
Cool. That's
So
sweet.
that's kind of the layout of the place.
In the bedroom, with not the main on the third floor, with that like a entrance to the tower to the turret peak.
Sorry, can you say that again? You cut out a little bit.
This on the third floor, but not the master bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
but this bedroom. This like a tower. Goes up.
Yeah. Sorry. So I was looking for where the entrance was to the turret peak, and I couldn't find it. So I was like, "Oh, it's in the attic, sure." But yeah, I guess that's probably it then. Like in the bedroom, there's this offshoot with like a ladder that goes up to the turret peak.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you guys are up in the attic storage right now.
Did any of the rooms look more like? Is it wet in this area, or is it this? Is it just the tower room that has holes in the roof?
It's just the tap room that has holes in the roof. They're kind of accessible from up here, but like just the kind of general moisture that's probably come into the first floor has kind of soaked up, so everything's a little bit damp, but not like pooled water or anything on the upper floors.
Okay.
That's cool. Probably gonna be a bitch to fix, but we can do it.
I think so.
Oh, definitely.
What time of day is it? Late
It's
evening?
like, yeah, it's like just after dinner, probably like 7 or 8.
Is this a tomorrow problem, everyone?
I think the roof holes will be a tomorrow problem. I think now we should try to figure out where we're going to sleep.
Go.
Start a fire, get it dried out a bit, stay in the
Oh, yeah.
same room for the night, and
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
That does sound good.
use our bedrolls and do a bit of a camp out, have a fire, and keep it warm.
I love it.
Okay, so there's a fireplace in the master bedroom, or this larger bedroom, and then there's a fireplace off the common room and the den.
Back up all the other beds.
How many rooms are there?
1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
Where are they? Sorry,
So,
can you?
this one, this one,
This one, this one,
this one.
this one. Second floor.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, this is the
third floor, second
Yeah.
floor. Okay,
Those
two on the third, two on the second,
and then there's the attic.
fourth, one on two. Oh, nobody can go on the main floor? What about around here? Anywhere over here?
There aren't any bedrooms down there. It seems like this space was like a live and work space where the bottom floor was kind of like the public tavern space. It was probably converted by the owner before
Oh, yes.
Volo.
That's cool.
Yeah. So there's like a bar and
And then-
stuff that's also kind of run down, but there's like an L bar and some tables and stuff.
Everybody, we should turn this into a lovely, thriving pub.
A pub?
A pub. A
I think
pub.
with a bit of elbow grease and some fixing up. Maybe
Yeah, I mean, I know a few recipes for some cocktails. Maybe I know how to brew some beer. Maybe. I think we could do something good down here, on the bottom floor.
Yeah, should we start a fire on the bottom floor? There's a fireplace, obviously, down there.
that's where it's a bit soggy for
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
That's the only area where the roof is intact.
Okay.
While you
I'm
guys
just
are
gonna
deciding-
sleep on the bottom floor.
Okay, I'm just gonna run to the washroom real quick while you guys are talking about this.
Yeah, that's cool. And we could all just sleep in the same room. Is that what you said, Torin?
I was thinking if we found a dry spot and start a fire, and the only concern with the main floor is it's rotted out. If we sleep on the main
Oh,
floor, the doors are boarded up. At least on the second and third floor, it's dry.
That's cool.
But I think we should stay together.
Yeah. Just in case that somebody comes over again.
I don't know how friendly they are.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll start building a fire.
Where do you want to be?
Just on the main floor, right?
Well, the main floor is the
The
wettest. Like that's where
Oh,
there's
okay.
a hole in the ceiling, right?
Oh, okay. Okay, then the dry bit. We want the dry bit, yeah.
The tap room.
Yeah.
Right, and on the first floor is, or the second floor is the main common area. Common room.
Mm-hmm. Right there. Yeah, I feel like that's enough space for us all to hang out.
Definitely.
I agree.
The den, maybe.
Little den. Oh, in our little den.
Hmm.
So you guys are posting up in the den or the common room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. All right. Anything
Fire.
else you guys want to do? You're starting a fire?
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you have like a flint box and stuff in your pack, so easily enough you start a fire, and for the first like half an hour or so you kind of have to hold your shirts up to your nose because it's just like it hasn't been lit for a long time, and just like thick black plumes of smoke start kind of billowing out of it for the first half an hour or so until the collected kind of layer of crud is burnt off. But eventually the air, you have to open some of the windows onto the balcony and stuff, but after a while the smoke begins to kind of clear, and you have a warm fire.
Warm fire.
Beautiful.
All right. Anything else you would like to do before you bed down?
Not particularly.
Okay.
We
sorry.
did sell those. We did sell those gems. Is that correct?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. Okay. I just want to add the sold gold to my inventory.
So cool.
And did we save those? We saved those paintings
Yeah,
for another, another auction for the future.
Yeah, there's an auction this weekend, but
Right.
Um,
Okay. Cool.
we won't be
So-
here.
yeah,
Like, we'll be
beautiful.
gone by then. But
Beautiful.
We can,
So we sold the gems, but we kept the paintings.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. I will add the gold sold to my inventory. Yep.
All right. Cool.
Bench. Cool.
So
Thank you.
after an eventful day visiting the court and the Lazuli Soul registering your name as a group and officiating the transfer of ownership, you bed down for the evening. How are you for time, David Indiana?
Yeah, like 9ish should probably be. But not too much longer, but
Yeah. Okay, so maybe just go for another 15 minutes.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So you all drift off to sleep. Who has? What are your guys' passive perceptions? So I think Torin and Youngest would probably have the higher wisdom scores. Maybe.
Let's see.
So whatever
Yeah.
your wisdom modifier, it's 10 plus your wisdom modifier for your passive perception.
Passive
10 plus your wisdom.
10 plus your wisdom modifier. Yeah.
perception is 14, and passive insight is
Plus, wait, you said plus 10? So it's my wisdom is plus 1. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So your passive perception would be 11.
Okay, cool.
Mine is 14.
Mine's 11.
Oh, shit. Me and Belial are just snoring. Nothing's going by.
Oh. Oh, did you? Interesting.
What?
I'm just curious why Yopa's passive perception is 14. Because your wisdom is plus 2. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe it's like, do you know if you chose perception as like an expertise?
Look here. Senses. No clue.
Oh, I trust it. Okay, so it was 14, 14, 11. What's yours, Bjorn and Belial?
11.
11. And Bjorn's is also 11, it looks like. Okay, so as it kind of creeps later into the night, it's probably about 3 a.m. and Yopa and Torin, you awake to the sounds of light footsteps running across the ground in the floor above you.
Ooh.
You stop and listen for a second, and as the light footsteps stop, there's a heavy bounding, and the whole room kind of shakes as if something heavy just stomped or landed on the ground above you. So with your perception, you heard the lighter footsteps, but with the heavier footsteps, everyone is kind of shook awake as the building itself kind of slams almost.
Oh God, what was that?
Should we go check that out?
Let's go. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on up there.
Let's go see.
Go meet the
Maybe
other
meet the ghosty.
Right.
Okay. So you guys are going up to the next level?
Yeah.
We're doing
If
it.
If you woke me up, yeah, I definitely will.
So you begin making your way up the stairs. As you're kind of cresting up the top of the stairs, Belial, your skin is normally like warmer kind of than the surrounding air, but you begin feeling this warm breath just kind of radiating down your neck.
Only Belial?
Belial, yeah.
Oh.
I turn around. There's no one behind me, right?
And you can almost hear it, the like, and as you turn, there's nothing there. Yopa, you turn and take a look at Belial as he seems to have kind of been shocked by something, and you see the kind of folds of his robe flap up as if something kind of ran through his space.
Can I quickly, or well, not quickly, just walk over toward Belial as I see this?
Yep. You walk over. Belial looks spooked.
Do you guys feel that?
Feel what?
What you're
The
talking
breathing?
about.
No.
Well,
Do we see anything like broken or smashed? Like what we
Make a perception check.
not good. Uh, 8.
8. I mean, it's kind of hard to distinguish like what was already kind of in disarray and if anything else was kind of shifted. But you glance into the library, and there is kind of a candle chandelier that's kind of affixed to the roof in the library and study, and you see it kind of gently swaying from whatever force just kind of smashed down.
Is there anyone out here?
Oh crap!
You call out in the space, and it's silent. You get no response. And then you begin hearing kind of a squeaking sound, as if there was like a squeaky rim of a tire or something kind of unoiled rotating in this kind of circular kind of rhythmic pattern, as if there's like something like a squeaky cart or something kind of rolling, and you hear in the ceiling above you something rolling across the space.
Uh-oh.
Probably going up.
Wham! The library door slams shut in your face.
Oh.
Rude. I open it back up.
Mm.
You try to open it, and it's jammed right now.
Huh.
Could we try to kick it?
Was it like locked?
It wasn't locked before.
Or like since it's been slammed shut?
Make an investigation check.
Investigation. 18.
18. You take a closer look at the door, and there's no lock. There's not even like a locking mechanism on the door handle.
Oh, okay.
It just seems like it's like barred shut.
Maybe a few of us can try and
Kick
open
that
it,
shit down.
put our shoulders into it.
I could certainly give it a try.
Okay. I would say, yeah, anyone who is trying to break down the door, make an attack roll against it.
An attack roll?
Yeah.
Oh. Hmm.
Are we just rolling a straight roll?
Yeah, like, depending on... I guess I would say it's...
No hammer.
Yeah, are you using your hammer, or are you just kind of slamming your shoulders against it?
I'll start with my shoulder if we're all doing it together. And then
Okay. So yeah, then just roll a d20 plus your strength if you're going unarmed right now.
I got a 10.
10? Okay.
I mean, I could help. Possibly give advantage to somebody.
Sure. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, you can give advantage to Torin.
Yeah. Why don't I do that? I'll help.
alright. So I'll roll with advantage then.
Yeah.
Alright, 18.
Okay. Yeah, both...
And Bjorn got 21.
Bjorn, okay, nice. Yeah, I'd say between the three of you, you all kind of line up in one after the other, slam, slam, slam into the door. And as Bjorn kind of barrels toward the door kind of flies off of its hinges and scatters across the floor. And immediately as the space becomes open once more, you hear this as some sort of invisible force runs through your space. The kind of scattered papers in the library sent up into the air for a moment, and you don't feel a physical form run into you or anything, but the heavy footsteps barrel past you and up the stairs.
Shall we follow it then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty annoying if we can't get through a night of sleep here.
Yeah.
We gotta figure this out.
That ghost almost sounds like a dog.
Okay. So you guys begin making your way up the stairs. And as you kind of crest the top of the stairs into the uppermost level, you hear that kind of squeaky, unoiled sound of something kind of rolling across the surface in the storage space.
Oh. What?
Like in the attic? Like
In
the
the
attic
attic.
storage?
In the attic storage space, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
So is that door shut?
Yeah, both doors are shut right now, but you hear something squeaking and rolling around in the room to your right over here.
Should I get this door open as well?
Like, is it
Yeah.
locked?
No, it's not locked.
Oh,
Is it a safe force shutting it? Can we try to open it?
Yeah, you begin kind of turning on the doorknob and it opens.
Alright. Let's take a peek.
Okay. So, Torin, you peek your head in, and as you do, kind of behind one of the open crates, wheeling into the space, you see this cracked porcelain doll sitting atop a rusty, squeaky unicycle, just kind of roll out and slowly turn its head toward you.
Okay. This isn't cool.
As all of you kind of at once, just within the space, hear this voice. Listen to them, the children of the night. What music they make.
Oh,
Gross.
Children of the Night? Is that what you said?
Yeah. And you see
What music they make?
what music they make. You see this thing roll out from around the corner, and another one from the opposite side of the crate.
ew.
Not a fan of that.
Yeah. And we will call it here and roll initiative next time.
Oh, God.
Nah.
Now I'm gonna have nightmares.
Angry ghost.
Damn.
All on tricycles? What the hell?
Angry ghost. It's gonna be the lady eater, or the lady eater, the children eater.
I don't mind killing,
Poles.
trying to kill that ghost, but I don't want to kill a kid ghost. But also, if they're mean, we gotta set them free or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brutal.
Sweet. That was fun.
Yeah, good game.
Good game. Good game.
Creepy.
What's that?
It's about to get real creepy.
Oh yeah.
Real creepy. Yeah.
Spooky,
Yeah.
spooky.
Looking very forward to it.